I am very sad today. I don't know how many videos I will make to prove to you that whatever I'm saying is true. Do you want 1,000 videos? Do you want 2 million videos? Do you want 3 million videos? I'm fighting for my life. This is my life. The analyzing, the researching, the watching, and everything. And you don't even want to just like whatever I'm saying because I always talk about it and it always come to be truth. Now, yesterday we won 5-1. For me, it wasn't something strange. I had expected it. West Ham lost to Sunderland 3-0. They lost in the preseason, and some people have been saying, I've always said, since I don't know, it's like 3 years now, that Graham Potter shouldn't shouldn't have had a stint in Chelsea. It was just like a bad stint. You know, when you're getting people, and somehow, like you're straight for a couple of seasons, and then somehow, you find yourself doing some behind shit. That's what I felt it was to get Potter as a coach for Chelsea. But that aside, I've always said, and I said it last week, and I had some people come into, why are you fighting me? I've done this thing for so long. I'm right. Whenever I'm right, I always say I'm right. Whenever it's verdict, it's feelings. I always say it's feelings. But when it's right, you don't have to come to me and fight me. Yester, is it yester week? Like the week before, I had a video about why Palmer should not be in the attacking midfield. And to some reason, I felt, you know what? Maresca has had me. Like I and Maresca were thinking, were at the same wavelength. We were just cruising the same wavelength, the same wavelength. Now, it's unfortunate that he had the injury, but I'm just talking from, seeing the lineup and you seeing Pedro is there to play the attacking midfield. Uh, Delap is there to play as the striker. Neto is there to play as the left wing. Palmer is there to play as the right wing. I felt seen. I nearly cried. I nearly shed tears. I nearly said, I've been saying this thing for so long. I felt very, very emotional. And even when he got injured, and I said, you know what? It's bad because I ha- I was going to prove to you why Palmer should always be on the right wing. I was going to prove to you with that game why Palmer should always be on the right wing. But I know Maresca had me. I felt emotional. But that aside, we're going to the game. Now, what's the good things that happened to the game? Pedro, as I said, whether you play him at the defending midfielder, whether you play him as the right back, whether you play him as the left back, whether you play him as the attacking midfield, whether you play him as the striker, he'll always find a way. I'm talking about the new Pedro, not Pedro Neto. He'll always find a way to give an assist to score. And the Crystal Palace game was also a weird game. It was just a very, very weird game. Like we need to, close it and forget about it. Now, the thing, that's one good thing about that game is Pedro showed who he was, showed who he can be. Like this one is the same, is the closest person to R9, is the closest striker to R9. Like nobody has ever come close to R9. People said it was Firmino, but Firmino was doing his own shit, but he wasn't scoring. Now, Joe Pedro can bully you. He can come back, take the ball, dribble past 5 guys, nutmeg them. Just do the Brazilian shit and still score. That's very awesome. The second good thing, it was Esteva was coming in. Now, he made the mistake for the goal. But then you see that's what we want when we say we need a winger. When you say we need a winger, we don't need a person who will come there to get the ball, pass back, get the ball, pass back, get the ball, pass back. Like, what are you doing? You are not even creating any chance. Like, why should we have two wingers, three wingers, four wingers? We are subbing this one off, this one come in, this one off, this one, and nobody's creating a chance. Nobody. Now it was West Ham, and I've said in the previous video that West Ham is the clear team to be in the relegation. Like, I've never seen in. This is what I'm repeating it. This is like reference citation. Sika Bas Pandit. Then the last video. There's no any team that is a clear contender for relegation than this West Ham. But again, it's not like it's a Sunday League team. It's not like it's a championship team. It's a good team. And to get a winger who just cruises past people, and creates a chance, gives an assist, shoots at times, it's very good. It just shows that we are there. Now, if we find a team where they open, where they are not, closing on a winger, two people, three people at once, where you have a right back who's overlapping, it will be a good scene. We will be having goals plus nutmegs plus dribbles plus highlights. Like, you will be making a highlight, a 90-minute highlight from a 90-minute game. That's what we expect. Now, the other good thing, Fofana is back. I was on his neck the other video asking him, why are you talking like that? Why are you talking like that? Why are you deleting Chelsea picks? But he came in, he was happy, he was doing whatever he was doing, and it was so great to see him just do his shit. And we expect now, he wanted a defender. But this game, I mean, this set of defenders, Tosin, if Fofana will be there, Chaloba and Champong. Oh, have I repeated anybody? And even Badiashile. And then you get Hato, you get Cucurella, you get James, you get, Malogusto. This set of defenders, I think, is the closest thing. And, I'm just saying this is not opinionated. This is like facts. This is the closest thing to coming closer to a max of 15 goals a season. People will say, yeah, nah, we don't have a Don John Terry there. No, we are not playing a bus. But you have seen us play. You have seen us play with PSG. You have seen us play with Bayern Munich. You have seen us, and even yesterday goal, it wasn't like, it wasn't an XG. It was 0 XG. It was just Paqueta all of a sudden getting his, Brazilian whatever, and just shooting from far side. And I don't know what Sanchez was doing, which was, to me, it was, something. Those are the mistakes you make, and then people start saying, yo, no, we need another keeper, because that's a savable goal. It wasn't like, I know there's wind, there is weather that usually affects them, but it's something that you see it from far back. If you're a Chelsea keeper, that's something that you should save. Like, you are only allowed to concede a goal where the striker is there, they have beaten all the defenders. Now you're just there helplessly trying to save the ball, and it's like 2 versus 1. You shouldn't even concede when it's 1 versus 1. You should concede when it's 2 versus 1. That's how sometimes Peter Cech used to concede. Like, you had to beat the defenders, have the referee there trying to, or just concede on a penalty, because on normal occasion we shouldn't be conceding any goal. We are that good. That's how the defense is good. The midfield now again. Oh, it's revisionism. I was emotional about Enzo saying, you know what, we need Andre Santos to start. But then I saw him play, and it wasn't just the goal. It was like, this is not how we played last week. He was doing everything correct. And sometimes I'll be the one to admit it that sometimes we just see the goal from defending and then attacking. Sometimes we fail to see whatever is happening at the midfield. And I'll admit it, sometimes I forget to see how we play at the midfield because I'm usually, very, very concerned with if we are conceding. Who's coming? Who's striking back? That's how I always seek. I said, whenever we have the ball, I'm saying, where are we going? I'm not saying who's taking the ball to where we are going. Now, yesterday's game, I was a little bit glued on the screen saying, this Enzo, I need to see him. I need to see him do whatever he's doing. And I've seen and I've admitted that he's still the second best midfield in Chelsea right now, and he should always be playing unless you feel I'm not saying unless he does something that we need to consider Andre Santos. But anyway, there's so many games, and I think he's still the best. There is a World Cup winner, a Club World Cup winner, a Conference League winner. Like he's there. He's going to be a Premier League winner this season. Now, going to the bad thing is that we conceded a goal against West Ham. Now, that's bad, and it's weird. Like we shouldn't be conceding a goal against a team that Sunderland did not even concede, they didn't even have chances, against Sunderland. Like, and I'm glad yesterday they also didn't have a lot of chances, but just conceding that goal. And I will say, like, it was the thing with Estevao losing the ball there. Now, if it was Palmer, he wouldn't be losing that there, or he would. I don't know. Palmer has been losing a lot, but he would be playing a lot matured, a lot better than Estevao at that point. But that's what fate brings, and whatever fates bring, you just take in. Now, here, it's not weird, is that we are winning the game with that Palmer. Now, I will say, we still need Palmer. I'm not doing the revisionism like Obi Mikel. No, I'm just saying that I asked for Palmer to be taken to the right wing. This other left wing, it should be given to, everybody. Neto, Gittens, if Xavi comes, if Garnacho comes, Estevao, and then the attacking midfield, we can always be alternating between Estevao, between Jao, between, you know, everybody. And then the other weird thing is that through this game, I've talked about 15 minutes, nearly 15 minutes. We played 90 minutes. We scored 5 goals. And who was missing was Delap. Now, people have been questioning him around, but I don't want to go ahead of myself. I saw him trying to do a lot of things, but here is my verdict. And I wanted to make it another video, but I'll just say here, as a striker, I've seen a lot of strikers, and even right now, I'm seeing a lot of strikers. And what I've come to realize is that strikers who run a lot, strikers who are always chasing people, they usually fail to position themselves in position where they can hurt the team, where they can. It sometimes usually helps the team, but sometimes, in big level, they'll just tire you because you'll be running to the keeper, he passes to the other defender. Now, they'll say, if you're running to a person, you should ensure that you're running with the right winger, you're running with the left winger, so that the pressure is uniform. It's not like you are pressing like an arrow. No, if a person misses an arrow, then you are defenseless. And that's what has been happening with Delap. The only person who used to run and still score was Ken. But that's an outlier. Every other striker, be it in the especially in the Premier League, you count them. Even Drogba was not running down people. Chris Wood is not running down people. Isaac will only run down people whenever he's playing nearly at the wing, or but always whenever he's always at the box. Haaland is always at the box most of the times. All these strikers, they are not, they are not getting all these goals by running around. And that's why I would want, I don't know how, if it's the instruction from Maresca, it could be Maresca telling them, just run, 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 keep running. And it's the same way why Nicholas Jackson was running. But I just feel like sometimes you need to have, a certain way of positioning. Like you don't run, you don't tire yourself all through. Like you put yourself in a position where you can get the ball, where you can hurt the team. Like if you're seeing the post, it's more highly likelihood that the probability of you getting a shot and shooting at the, you know, it will be higher than if you were, every time you are getting the ball, you are on the wing, you are on this wing, you are back. Now, unless you have, Pedro's shot, Drogba's shot, Messi's talent, dribbling talent, it will be very, very, very hard for you to get the goal. Now, hey, you have gone too far. The thing is, because I always talk the truth, because I always upload every time, because I always do a lot for you. If you love the ball, if you love to bet, if you love to do anything, you should subscribe. Uh, yeah, subscribe. A nice day.